Hello, this is Nindy Kerr, and welcome to another video from Nindy's Creative Corner. Today we're going to talk about the new Stampin' Up! Packaging that's available with starting with the November 2025 online exclusives. The dies and the stamps will both be coming in the same exact packaging. Starting in November, there will only be the clear photopolymer stamps, as the red rubber is getting harder and more expensive to access. So I've decided to play around and figure out how it works best for me. This is how I've been doing dies for years. I've written the name and the number of dies on the piece of cardboard that it comes on, and I use a ballpoint pen to draw around each die. That way I can tell easily if one is missing. You can also use Stampin' Storage now has magnetic sheets to fit in the new cases, thanks to Patty Bennett. Anyway, I have the dies on one side and the picture on the other side, so that no matter how I put it in my storage, I can see what it is. And I'm going to do the same with these. This one was my first one I played with, and I just covered up the images, so I get this on the back with no clue as to what it is. So I'm changing my mind on that one, on how I do this. So I'll show you how I'm going to do the stamps. And I like my words all so that they're readable, so I can tell which one is which. They come in this like the dies have come in for years. And they come with a thin piece of plastic and a thicker piece of plastic. And they're just all hodgepodge on here, so I really have to pay close attention to what is what. So I'm going to stamp on a piece of paper. I've written the name of the stamp set, how many stamps, and that there are 11 coordinating dies. Although these dies are just fun. I got them mostly for those dies. Anyway, so let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the stamps and stamp, since there's only 5 stamps here, I'm going to stamp along, put all the stamps on one side, and then put the images on one side, and then store the stamps on the other side. And making sure the flat side is up. And you can use any color ink you want. Well, I guess this isn't quite long enough. Or wide enough. So maybe I'll just stamp them individually. Okay, I am using strawberry slush ink, and it will slightly stain the stamp. It does not affect the quality of the stamp, and it makes it easier to find if you drop it or misplace it. Oops. Get it off, get that extra one we picked up. And I'm just going to put it over the words. And some people like to use grid paper to line them up. I just put them on crooked on purpose. And then I find it's easier to line up and get straight, because we have a good view on top and bottom. And make sure it's right side up. Now, I found that the stamps don't stick really well to just plain paper. So, I'm cheating and using some Glad Press and Seal, because it sticks to that pretty well. And I just cut this off. Well, let's see, might have to put the sticky side down. And I cut it a little wider. And just start at the middle and then flatten it out. And then pull it down. And technically you only need it on the spot where the stamps are going to be, but I'm doing the whole thing. I guess I never did tell you how wide, what size of paper this is. This is 5 1/4 by 8 1/2. And this is just a thick printer paper. You can use cardstock if you want. Try to get the wrinkles out on the, where's my bond folder? And looks like I got a little dust or whatever on there. And then you can just wrap this around or cut it off. I'm really not in the mood to cut it off today, so we're wrapping it around. Alright, now we'll stick our stamps on. This is the Big Hugs. And we'll put the flat side of the stamp down. And Simply the Best. So very thankful. And I guess the other one's still on the stamp block. And there we go. So that will make it easy to find. And since these came on such small pieces of plastic, we're just going to put the plastic over the stamps. And there, we don't need to use a window sheet or anything else, although window sheets are a possibility. Alright, and then we will put it back in its little case with the words facing, with the printing facing that way, and our stamps on this side so we can easily access them. So, have fun using the new packaging. I haven't decided yet whether I am tucking them inside or putting them through the hole. Right now I'm just putting them through the hole. So, have fun using your new packaging with your new stamps and dies. Thanks for watching. Bye.